Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative, and today we're looking at another product from XCOOL. Now this is the 5,000 milliamp hour version. We just looked at the 10,000 milliamp version of a MagSafe battery pack. Now if you don't have MagSafe, it has an accessory in there that will help you out, so you don't necessarily need to have like a newer iPhone with MagSafe, but here's something we're going to be checking out, and wow, it does come with the cool accessory that I will be mentioning here in a moment. So we're going to open this up here. I'm going to put my finger here because I've watched so many videos of people's phones falling out like that. We're not going to let that happen here today, but this is the 5,000 milliamp hour version. We're going to look at this in a second. We have the beautiful battery pack here, and oh wow, it is thin. And I'll get into it on how they make it that thin. And this is a cool little ring. This has some adhesive on it, so if you have an Android or if you have an older iPhone, you can still use this, at least the ones that Qi charge, the wirelessly charging ones. So we have that here. And guys, click the link in the description below to get your own, and you can use the discount code CREATIVE for 10% off. That helps the channel, that helps everything, but also helps you out. You know, we want to get these out there, and look at this. This is so cool, so thin. Look at that. And there are reasons why they can make it this thin. And look at that beautiful red. Look at the contours on the edges. This is a premium, legitimately premium product. All right, now what I want to do is I want to use this on the smallest phone that I currently have. Now, one thing, and I don't have anymore because it was stolen, if you have an iPhone mini 12 or 13, this will be a little bit wider than the phone itself. A 13 Pro, but I'm losing the words completely. An iPhone 13 Pro, it will work. Look at it. See, that's the width of an iPhone 13 Pro with no case. You can see how it is fitting exactly up to the edges, up to the bottom. It's exactly what it needs to be to fit on these smaller phones, so it doesn't necessarily have to work on just the iPhone Pro Maxes, which it also does, but we can see the difference in size here. This is an iPhone 15 Pro Max with a case. This works here like this. You know, it's going up to the edges. But if you knew anything, and actually I'm kind of curious here. So this is an older product, and I know, guys, we're not supposed to show other brands in the videos here, but we have a smaller version of like one of the older cute Qi charging, and you can see how it is smaller here. So it's meant to fit those smaller phones, but those phones aren't being produced anymore. You can still buy them, you know, secondhand and maybe refurbished, but why not have something that allows you to take full advantage of the phone's current sizes? And I think that's excellent. So right now I'm going to put the case on this iPhone 13 Pro. We have this on here, and yeah, you don't have to have a product that is so thick like this and like bulky. You can have a more slimmed down, beautiful, like look at that red. I'm usually like a person who goes for like all black phones, all black everything, except for, of course, the newest one that we have here. But I think that is beautiful. It looks really good. I do want to show you something. I showed in the previous video too, but I think this is one of the coolest accessories that kind of comes, and they barely mention this at all, and I think it really should be mentioned. And also, XCOOL, my review and my opinion would be, you gotta sell these on their own too, because these are really, really cool and can be very functional. Now, it shows this as having a kickstand. You know, like, where's the kickstand? It comes here as an optional piece. And I think that's very important because you can orient it however you want. You can orient it like this if you want to have your phone like this, like this. And then, of course, it has a little sticky part to it, so you're kind of like, you have to commit to that. But if you don't want it on the battery case, you can put it on your phone. You can put it on the phone's case, you can put it on the battery. And I think that's really cool to have that option. For me, I like that really clean look, but if I ever want to have like a little stand, I will be able to adhere this and not have that you know, too much of an extra piece sticking out. Now I want to show you this little, look at that. That's literally all that it is. And then kind of pops back in. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that minimal little piece. XCOOL, sell this little thing. That is like for me, that is one of the coolest little optional accessories. It's like an and then accessory, and it really works because it is helpful on so many different fronts. But for me, this is beautiful. It's charging, like it's charging the phone right now. It looks good. I think this is exactly what I need, because for me, I usually go with two phones because I usually use these phones up like crazy, because I use them to record video, to process video, to render art, to answer emails, text messages, phone calls. So in a day, I will always, like if I'm outside, I will always just kill the battery on one of these phones. Now having this slim little accessory to add, it's all around just helping. And another thing, this being made of this kind of like aluminum here, it's going to be able to disperse heat, because in other ones, I've had so many issues with it not dispersing heat well. This one is doing a great job. It's still cool to the touch. I know I just put this on here, but metal, aluminum will always disperse heat better than any kind of plastic will. So they are doing a great job here. Another thing is, if you can see on this side here, aluminum kind of metalish, and this is a soft touch rubber. Not only will that help with kind of adhering to the back here a little bit better, but it'll help with not scratching either the case or the phone if that's what you have it on. I think this is good. This is exactly what we need here. They've engineered this thinking about what the other phones are that are currently being produced and out there, being smaller traditional size iPhones. Also works on the 16 Pro, which we can see here with its case. See, it's reaching the edge, but it's still functional as ever. And then finally, of course, it's going to work on this, where it looks a little bit bigger. Now, my next question is, are manufacturers, maybe like XCOOL, going to make one that's dedicated for a Max phone? Because we know phones are getting bigger. You can have this even flatter, but I love that they've taken into account that mini phones really they're not a thing anymore, as much as I love those phones. So let's make this wider and not as deep. I think this looks cool. I think this is exactly what we need. And don't forget, guys, we have the discount code CREATIVE in the description below, as well as all the links to this and the other products we've looked at here. So take a look. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, put it in the comment section below. Oh, by the way, charges by USB-C. I didn't know if maybe somebody thought this was Lightning, but Lightning's out, USB-C is in. It's always going to be USB-C. So with this phone, this is an old Lightning phone, but with all the new phones, it's USB-C from the 15 and up. 15, 14, 15 and up. But yeah, guys, anyway, I got distracted. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I'm on Instagram and Threads at M8B9. We have a new email. You can email me at creativenyc2025@gmail.com. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.